Greetings to council members of Riverside, California City. My name is Ariga Zarabian, and today I will be presenting about a public nonprofit proposal. Today I will be talking about the executive summary, background, problem statement, objectives, expected outcomes, program project description, work plan, budget, conclusion of a public nonprofit proposal. This proposal invites the city of Riverside to establish a public nonprofit partnership with My Friend's Place, a Los Angeles based nonprofit organization that has served youth experiencing homelessness for the past 28 years. Through this partnership, the city and My Friend's Place will implement the Riverside Youth Housing Navigator Program, a 2-year initiative designed to reduce youth homelessness in Riverside County by strengthening outreach efforts, housing navigation, and access to comprehensive wraparound support services. Well, according to California Department of Social Services, an estimated 4.2 million young people between the age of 13 and 24 experience homelessness each year in the United States. Riverside County has also experienced a steady increase in its population of unaccompanied homeless youth over the past 5 years. By combining the city's administrative capacity, policy authority, and access to public funding with My Friend's Place, trusted community relationship, extensive direct service expertise, and mission driven infrastructure, this partnership aims to provide coordinated, effective, and sustainable solutions to youth homelessness in the region. Well, I'm going to talk about a little bit about the background. The youth homelessness is one of the most urgent and costly challenges facing California municipalities today. According to the most recent point in time count and to KTLA News, Riverside County, with a population of approximately 2.4 million, has experienced a 27 increase in unsheltered youth over the past 3 years. Despite this concerning trend, the city of Riverside does not currently operate a coordinated youth specific program dedicated to addressing the unique needs of young people experiencing homelessness. This was founded in 1995 in Hollywood, California, My Friend's Place, which has become one of the Southern California's leading nonprofit organizations serving youth experience of homelessness. The organization provides a comprehensive range of servicing, including crisis intervention, case management, housing navigation, mental health, counseling, education, unemployment support, and life skills training. Through its evidence based client centered approach, uh, this housing center has helped thousands of young people transitioning from homelessness to stable housing and long term self sufficiency. Well, the youth homelessness in Riverside County and Riverside City is a critical issue that demands immediate coordination action. Young people between age of 13 to 24 who lack stable housing face significantly higher risk of educational disruption, unemployment, substance use disorder, exploitation, poor physical and mental health, and long-term poverty. According to the Riverside County 2023 point in time count, 312 unaccompanied youth were identified as experiencing unsheltered homelessness on a single night. However, researchers And service providers acknowledge that this figure likely present only a fraction of the actual number of the homeless youth in the county as well as in the city, as many young people experiencing homelessness are difficult to identify during the annual counts. Also, the consequences of youth homelessness extend well beyond individuals directly affected. Communities also bear substantial economic costs through increasing spending on emergency medical care, crisis intervention, juvenile justice involvement, shelter services, and other public assistance programs. Research estimates that each young person experiencing homelessness costs the community approximately $21,000 per year in public expenditure across these systems. Without timely, targeted interventions, many of these youths remain trapped in cycle of homelessness that continue in adulthood, resulting in a greater long-term social and economic cost for both individuals and broader community. Well, this implementation will take about of 2 years, and the Riverside Youth Housing Navigator program will set the following objectives. So their goal is to pretty much have a stable housing establishment. They wanted to build a very strong, stable housing so it can decrease the chronic homeless youth in Riverside by 20% in the 24 months uh, with the establishment of the program. Also, they wanted to link at least 200 youth to wraparound support services such as mental health counseling, life skill training, and employment assistance during the program period. At the 12 months, attain a 75% rate of housing retention of youth placed in the program. And also, uh, they wanted to have a signed memorandum of understanding between the city of Riverside and my friend's place within 30 days of the approval of the program. So the expected outcome is that the Riverside Youth Housing Navigator program is designed to produce measurable outcome that benefits both participating youth and the broader Riverside community. In the short term, enrolled youth will gain access to safe and stable housing, individualized case management, and coordinated referrals to services that address the underlying causes of the homelessness, including the mental health care, education, employment, and life skills development. Over the 2 year implementation period, the program is expected to generate significant community-wide benefit. Anticipated outcome included in reduction in youth-related emergency services calls, fewer youth interaction with the juvenile and criminal justice system, increased housing stability and improved educational attainment and employment outcome among the program participants. Beyond this programmatic outcome, the proposed public nonprofit partnership represent a long-term institutional investment, formalizing the partnership between the city of Riverside and my friend's place, which will create a sustainable cross-sector collaboration that strengthens the city's capacity to respond to evolving community needs. The development of shared accountability measures, coordinated data sharing practices, and jointly designed performance evaluation tools, which will enhance transparency, improve service coordinating, and provide a strong foundation for future partnership between the municipal agencies and nonprofit organizations. By building this institutional capacity alongside the direct service delivery, the partnership will generate lasting benefit that extend beyond the initial 2-year program period. Well, the Riverside Youth Housing Navigator program is proposed as a 2-year collaborative initiative between the City of Riverside Department of Community Services and My Friend's Place, as I mentioned before. The program services will include street and community outreach to identify unsheltered youth, individualized housing needs assessment, assistance with securing emergency shelter, and transitional or permanent housing, coordination of mental health and substance use treatment case management, life skills and financial literacy training, and referral to educational, vocational, and employment opportunity. The program will be guided by the housing first approach, which prioritizes the immediate access to safe and stable housing before addressing other barriers such as mental health, substance use, education, or employment. All services will be delivered using trauma informed, culturally responsive, and youth centered practices that respect each participant's dignity, autonomy, and right to self determination. This approach is intended to increase engagement, improve program retention, and support sustainable positive outcome for youth experiencing homelessness. So, this is the Riverside Youth Housing Navigator program over the 24-month implementation cycle. As you see, it is the activity and milestone, the responsibility party, timeline, and deliverable. The City of Riverside annual commitment of 150,000 for the budget will serve as the program's anchor funding and will be leveraged to secure additional support from state agencies and private foundations. Program will also be eligible to access funding through California's Transitional Housing Program, plus and related youth homelessness grants administered by California Department of Social Services. My Friend's Place will provide an estimated 40,000 annually in an kind contribution, including staff training, clinical supervision, and organizational infrastructure support. Administrative expenses are projected to represent 10% of the program total expenditure, which consistent with the generally accepted accounting practices for nonprofit and government partnership. Well, as a conclusion, we can say that youth homelessness in Riverside County is a solvable challenge, and the city of Riverside has an opportunity to lead with a response that is both compassionate and strategically sound. Partnering with My Friend's Place offers an evidence based, community centered approach to reducing youth homelessness, an outcome that the city would be difficult to achieve through municipal resources alone. By investing in this partnership, Riverside can expand its reach to vulnerable youth, improve long-term outcome for those most at risk, and demonstrate the type of cross-sector leadership that strengthens community resilience and public trust. Public nonprofit partnership are most effective when each partner contributes complementary strength and share a clear commitment to achieving measurable community outcomes. So now, with this proposal, reflect that model of the collaboration that my friend's place brings more than 28 years of direct service experience, deep community trust, and a nationally recognized evidence-informed service model. The City of Riverside contributes financial support, administrative infrastructure, access to public resources, and the authority to coordinate services across municipal system. Now, together, these organizations can create a measurable and lasting impact by reducing youth homelessness and improving the well-being of the vulnerable young people throughout the Riverside. These are my references. I would like to thank you all for attending my presentation, and God bless you all.